Today is 18th of August 2022. This is EURUSD 5-minute chart. Currently it's 3:30 my time. London session has opened and market made a swing to the downside. The market is near an area of support. I'm looking to long down here. Well, overall, I believe the market is going lower. But right now, the market is near an area of support. So I assume it could bounce up. The market is in a very tight channel here, bear channel. Every bull bar is followed by a series of bear bars, two bull bars followed by two big bear bars, bull bar, two bear bars, bull bar. I'm assuming we're gonna see a move to the downside. Should I shorten here? Well, the area of concern is that this is a support area. I go to a 15-minute chart. It was an area of support here, and so also it was an area of support here. So if this is bottom of the trading range, I don't think it's a good idea to be short in here. This could be a double bottom before a move up. Market was moving really well. Each bar was closing below the low of the prior bar, or at least making a new close lower, a new close lower, a new close lower. Here it was an inside bar, bit of a retracement, and again, new close lower, sidebar, new close lower. There's so much momentum to the downside, and this channel is tight. Again, as I mentioned, we are near bottom of the range. So I don't know. I believe I should be long in here. Market looks weak. I'm gonna long a small position here and add on confirmation. Again, the only reason why I took a long position down here is because on the 15-minute time frame I see this is near bottom of the range. I believe a breakout is likely to fail and we're gonna bounce back up. Again, this is the bull case. This is why I took a long position. The bear case why this might fail is because this swing carries so much momentum to the downside. It does not have any sideways movement. It's basically like an arrow that's being shot to the downside. Straight arrow. There's so much momentum to it. The overall picture, I want to be short. I just believe we're gonna get some sort of a bounce and then I can take a short position somewhere up here. The scary part about this, every bull bar is followed by a huge massive bear bar. Just something to notice, because this channel is very tight. We had a tight channel here, and once we got a big bar breaking out below the channel, we had a retest, then we had a series of bear bars coming to the pullback that's prior the breakout, which is this one here. We did not visit bottom of the channel. Yeah, here. So far there is no sign that bulls are strong or showing any sign of strength. So I took a very small position. And I'm looking to add to it. Market turns around. Market looks like it wants to go for another lower low. I remember how many times I said this market is stretched and it needs to pull back to the moving average, and it keeps on going. Yeah, the best example is this channel here. I remember somewhere around this area I said this market is pretty far from the moving average. I believe we need to pull back again to it. Kept on going, and then here I said, well, we are pretty stretched. Market has to pull back again to the moving average, and it just kept on going. I don't see any reason why this channel might be any different, could be just the same. There's going to be always the trade-off between a better entry that's risky and a worse entry that's less risky. And I choose a better entry that's risky. So I entered long while the market's still pushing lower. That is a very strong move. Makes me wonder how come I did not short. Why I did not short? Because I'm waiting for a pullback near the moving average. Fuck that pullback to the moving average. Just short, man. Al Brooks said, when the market is always in one direction, you take a small position into that direction. Right now, the market is always in short, should have taken a position short. Okay, it turned out to be a very bad mistake to short a tight channel. Yeah, that was a very tight channel here. It was clear that it's a very tight channel. I just should have taken any position short. Instead, what I was telling myself, I'm gonna long this support here and then I'm gonna short the pullback. And this just assumed that I knew that the market is gonna bounce and then we're gonna go lower, and that was just a mistake. It's a very tight channel. I should have looked for any opportunity to go short. I guess I'm gonna be stopped out here soon. I believe this support is not gonna hold as well, because there's so much momentum to this bar. It is super stretched. But again, it can still go lower. This is just something in trading that you have to accept. It doesn't matter how it looks so far away from the moving average, it can still go further. We have this bar here. Created a huge gap above the moving average, which was down here at the moment. And then we still went further and further and even further. So could have played this in a different way. One short somewhere up here with a stop loss here. Or at this support, if I wanted to long, I should have waited for a good sign that the market is ready to reverse. There is no signs at all that the market is ready to reverse. All I've seen with a tight bear channel indicating that the market will keep pushing lower. I thought it might fail down here and then I'm gonna scale in higher, take it for a bounce before a short. Right now we're near this double bottom area. I believe this bar has so much momentum to it that we're likely to go lower. I'm just gonna wait and see what the market is going to do. Again, there's two options I can do here. First is assume that this could hold as a double bottom and go long. Or just try to get out of my position that's already long from up here and then go short. When I entered here with the intention to scale and lower. I had my stop loss so far that right now I have no opportunity to scale and lower, because at this position I'm gonna already lose the 40, so it's not just turned out to be good at all for me. I'm gonna look for any opportunity to break even at this position, and I don't want to add to a losing position here. So is the market, yeah, so if I add here and I go long right here, and then the market keeps on pushing lower, because I'm gonna have a stop loss here, I'm gonna feel so stupid, because the market is likely to push lower. Well, this 1 hour bar is going to close after 5 minutes. Likely we'll see follow through. I don't believe this is the bottom. Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to break even. Any bounce back up, and I'll try to get out. This is the 1 minute time frame. Market comes to the moving average, goes lower, moving average, goes lower. Here we are near the moving average. We got a good looking 5-minute bull bar, shaved bottom, closing near the high. The only problem we have is that it has no follow through at all. Market could not break above the high of this bar here. It's like there is no hope even for the bulls to push it a little bit higher. Yeah, so this is bad for the break-even plan. And it's pretty clear, you see, when you have bulls are trying to get out of their positions with a smaller loss. So basically, bulls are selling, and then you have bears believe this is still going lower, so they're gonna be shorting as well, selling as well, which means we're likely going lower. If I believe we're going lower, I'm going out of this position, and I may instead open a short position. I mean, the open short position exactly near the support, that's very uncomfortable. Now I'm gonna sell here. I sold and I want to assume that the market is not gonna break above the moving average. I sold based on this bull bar here. So I'm selling and I'm thinking, bulls who bought this bar gonna have stop losses below it. And I'm hoping this market is just gonna run all of it. Selling again here. I'm gonna be taking a quick profit here once we reach somewhere around 70, 80. Now I'm gonna try to break even. So. This is gonna be a very quick scalp. Come on, lower. We're pushing below here. Yeah, my only concern, well, the momentum's to the downside. My only concern is there has to be bulls buying near these lows. But again, I was wrong in here. I thought there has to be bulls buying here, or at least a little bit below it. There's nothing. So as long as the market going to the downside, I have a risk-free trade here. It's bouncing. I'm stop that for nothing. Okay. Market is so volatile. It's hard to trade like this. With this volatility, it's so hard to trade. I'm just gonna wait and do nothing, I think, for like 4, 5, 6 bars to just see what the market wants to do. This is the 1 minute time frame here. That makes me wonder, why did I close this position? So hard to trade in this environment. The market is just fucking running, and I'm not on board. And it's like trying to jump on a train that's already going. You know, I think I'm gonna re-enter back here again. Stop again around this area. Yeah, so that's like a half a position here. I had my first entry here, get stopped out. Right now I'm entering back down here. Feels terrible. Just trying to jump on board while the market is running like this. And the conflict in my head between what I think could happen just based on the idea that we're near bottom of the range and the current momentum which just going. There's so much conflict in my head. The concern we have here is when you look at the 1 minute time frame, you have a 1, 2, and this is the third leg down. There has to be some terrible humans looking to buy this. A 1, a 2, a third, let's go. That's for sure. Well, if this looks like a reversal bar, I hope it's gonna trap a lot of long traders and the market is gonna keep going lower. I hope a lot of traders are gonna go long in here and this market just gonna keep going and going and going. At least this is what I hope is going to happen. I think this is gonna be my worst session. For some reason I have this feeling. It's just because the market is so running and I'm full of emotions. I just want to catch something from it. But getting on board when it's moving that quickly is so hard. Especially when I'm trying to deal with the emotion that I could have entered right here and I did not. I mean, why, man? It was a good trade there. Anyway, it is what it is. Just see what the market has to offer, and I still have a lot of time. I mean, from here to the end of US session, that's 5 hours and 50 minutes. Well, there got to be a good trade in this 5 hours and 15 minutes. At least one single good looking trade going to happen, yeah, for the remaining time of this session. I think there is no reason to just be panicking like this. I'm gonna get stopped out soon. Market is bouncing. These bull bars are looking pretty strong. You can see there is momentum to them. The question is, assuming that I'm a bear, who shorted down here? Which I did. The market goes up, off is screwed, market comes back down again. Well, there is strong bears who would hold and believe we're still gonna push lower. It depends where is your stop. Others would be like, okay, I'm just gonna take a break even and get the hell out of here. And then this is mostly what happened, because immediately once we broke below the low of this bar, market went up. And right now we have a bull bar that doesn't have any bottom tail, which means immediately at the close of this bear bar, bulls started buying immediately. Well, this happened in here, but we didn't have these two bars. That's showing some sort of weakness. I think I'm about to get stopped out here. Well, the formation of these bull bars in here is very different. Here we have two bull bars, a bear bar, two bull bars, a bear bar. So you can see the bulls couldn't control more than 2 bars in a row. 2 bars, bear bar, and that was a low one, and then that was a low two, which triggered a sell-off. Right now we have, I just mentioned, 1, 2, 3 legs down. That's a bull wedge, and likely we're gonna get 1 to 2 legs up. This is a leg up, an attempt to reverse. I believe this move here has some sort of momentum to it, so I believe market's still gonna push another leg higher. So we've got a 1, 2, 3. What about a long down here instead of a short? This is the first time in a while since we were up here that market flipped the moving average and actually managed to close above it. 1, 2, 3 bars closing above the moving average, 4 bars, 5 bars here above the moving average. That shows the bulls are strong in this area. We've got a low one here, and let's see if we can get a low 2 that triggers a sell-off. I'm looking at a 1 minute chart, which usually I don't. I'd like to look at the 5 minute chart, but because the market is moving too fast, and I wanna be looking at what's happening here on a smaller time frame. But again, here I believe I made a mistake again down here. I longed out of fear of missing out, not because of anything else. On reality, you see a 1, 2, 3, you know, some bulls gonna be buying here. If you're buying with these bulls and you're trailing your stop, be making a decent profit. It's just I feel like I'm going against myself right now, which means I'm not focused to trade today. Yeah, if I get stopped out here, I'm gonna take a break like an hour or so and then come back, because I'm not fully focused, or maybe just 30 minutes of a break. Yeah, just to get my shit together. That's a strong bull bar here, so market broke above the moving average, tested it as support, closed a very strong bull bar near the high. Bear's gonna be hoping that here is a micro double top of some sort, a high, another high, double top, and we're gonna start going lower from here. What I believe is going to happen is this is going to be a much deeper pullback. It can come higher. How high? I don't know, but higher. This bar closed just below the moving average. Let's see if it can get any sort of follow through. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna leave it. Anyway, so if I look at what's happening right around this area, we'll mark it as support, tested it as resistance, tested it as resistance a second time. Here we completed the 1, 2, 3 wedge. Market rallied, broke above this resistance, turned it back again into support, broke below it, and right now we just tested it as resistance and market is pushing below it. Okay, here market came back again above it, below it. Okay, right now market again is pushing above this level here. That's a pretty strong candle. That's not a candle someone who just went short down here wanna see. But again, I'm not looking too long. So I made a mistake. Took a long position somewhere up here. That was a terrible mistake, honestly. And right now I see the momentum. There's so much momentum to the downside. If I'm looking to be doing anything, I'm just looking to be shortened. I'm gonna try to pick up top or bottom. So I'm just gonna be waiting here. Market is breaking again above this level. We just agree that this is a widening triangle. It's a widening triangle. So I expect market to come down here and then go bounce back up again, back and forth till we get a breakout. What's interesting is that this bar did not break above the prior 15 minutes high. It just came just below it. I'm looking at this chart, I'm thinking I should be long down here. Just based on the fact I have a bottom here and I might get another bottom here. Market came below it, market is bought. Okay, so I'm gonna review what's been happening since I came to the market today. I'm gonna go to the 5-minute time frame. Came here. I said we have a trend line breakout. I remember saying this. We had breakout retest as resistance. I draw this trend line this way. I remember saying markets usually don't break below it, retest and fall immediately. I said that. Markets usually break, retest, come back down, come back again up and retest and then fall, something like that. And unfortunately, this time market actually retested just one time retest, and flush. So I didn't get the opportunity to wait for another test up here, making some sort of double top bear flag, and then we go lower. When market was down here, I had this FOMO feeling, and I thought, no, I'm not gonna enter. It will come back again up. We got this bounce here that looked like it's gonna be a bull bar, and we're gonna go higher. Market followed it by a bear bar, and then I thought, this market is actually pushing lower, maybe gonna bounce here off of this area here. And then when it came around this area here, I opened a long position, and the market just straight went down to hell. And then instead of shorting here, I end up shorting down here, exactly at the bottom. I shorted the exact bottom of this move. Why did I short down here? Because I'm so stupid, and because I just, even though on a 1 minute time frame it was clear that the market has made a 1, 2, 3, we're gonna bounce, and we did bounce. Come on, what you doing? Hmm. Hmm. I opened a short position here, and I had a stop loss immediately at break even once market started going lower. Market went back up, I got stopped out at break even. Market went back down again. I thought, oh shit, I'm gonna short again, and I have a stop loss around this area here. So basically this is a downtrend. And I also remember making something around this, not this, wait. This, and I'm thinking, the market must be coming down here. But then it looked so far. You know, when the market was up here, it looked so far. It happened in minutes. And right now my position is about to be stopped out. This bar here is actually a breakout above this tight channel here. Some people may draw the tight channel as supposed to be drawn, which is like this. We had a bounce, you redraw it, and then we had two bounces here. Okay, so I got stopped out of my short positions, which I had stop loss somewhere here. I got stopped out in this bar here. And right now I'm back again into a long position, which I think could be another terrible idea because this is top of the range here. It's a resistance area, resistance area, resistance area, and I went long exactly here. Yeah, but again, looking at the big picture, this is a 4-hour time frame here, and let me pull up the other chart. Yeah, this is definitely an area where I could expect some sort of support. We had this good looking reversal bar. Market didn't break above it, but I'm expecting some sort of follow through. So I'm going to be opening long positions here. Could be totally wrong and market just keep pushing lower. On a 5-minute chart, this looks like we just came just to the moving average. With all these overlapping bars, 1, 2, 3 overlapping bars, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bars. Looks like the market is actually about to enter some sort of a trading range. That's another 0.1 here again. I'm long on top of the range, but because I'm expecting a reversal. I'm gonna pull all my stop losses around the same area here. So I'm gonna have this number copied. Come on. This here it looks to be top of the range. The 1 hour looks so primed. At least for a pullback toward the moving average. Could be totally wrong. Market just broke above the high of the prior high. So we will see. Okay, so later I'm gonna be reviewing this day again to just see how could I have done better throughout the day. I came to the market somewhere around this bar here, and I could have definitely taken a good short position. I did not, and then instead I actually taken a long position somewhere along this line here, and then I closed it with, let's see, I closed it with a $27 loss, which basically I would say half position loss. Then I've taken a short position at the exact bottom here after a 1 2 3 movement, which resulted in a good swing to the upside. Now I'm thinking how I could have done better. So, well, definitely I could have had a better entry long. Yeah, I had a long exactly above this reversal bar. This is supposed to be a follow-through bar, but it will close in 40 minutes. Everything could happen. Can close down here for all I know. Can close up here. What I'm thinking is a possibility of something that could happen is the first area that I went long. It was supposed to be support, didn't hold. Right now it could hold as resistance. Which means if I have a position long in here with a stop here, that position is not even a 1-to-1 risk reward, if this is the case. I want to be holding this position at least to back up again above top of the range. Some may argue that market right now is always in direction is long. The always in direction is long, which means if I want to be doing anything, I want to be going long. We can see market is gaining momentum here. This bar had the same body like this bar, but here you see a bull bar, a bear bar, bull bar, a bear bar, and then you have two bull bars in a row, and then a third one, and then a fourth one, and then a big one here, which is actually above the moving average. And right now I would assume that we're coming to test the moving average, and I hope it will hold as support. Very interesting. Last time we were in this area, we got a very big swing. Even though we had an area here, let's say a lot could have assumed could work as resistance. I remember I actually assumed that. Yeah, but this trading range is much bigger than this. For now I'm long. I don't know what is going to happen. I just need to be patient and see what the market is going to tell me. Yeah, so I'm gonna be sitting here watching what's gonna happen. Or what is likely to happen.